then tune in to Glorious Twins Radio Ibadan. We've got everything from the hottest music to the most engaging conversations, exclusive interviews. We are not just a radio station. We are a community that brings people together through the power of sound. So what are you waiting for? Tune in to Glorious Twins Radio Ibadan.
Come on, turn the radio on.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to experience a radio station like no other? Then tune in to Glorious Twins Radio Ibadan. We've got everything from the hottest music to the most engaging conversations, exclusive interviews. We are not just a radio station. We are a community that brings people together through the power of sound. So what are you waiting for? Tune in to Glorious Twins Radio Ibadan.
Come on, turn the radio on.
trendybeats.com.
I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. It's another Tuesday right here on My Gender with Jemie. I'm your host, Jemima Itibimian, aka Jemie Shine, and this is the space where we celebrate identity, embrace purpose, and have real conversations that inspire growth. Okay, and on this show we'll dive into issues that matter to us as women, our challenges, our wins, our beauty, our strength, and our voices. So because my gender is more than just a title, it's a movement, and it's an identity, and it's a reminder that we are unstoppable. So I want you to sit back and relax. Let's journey together into today's conversation. Trust me, you don't want to miss out a single moment. Okay, my dear lovelies, stay tuned. It's gonna be a super, super wonderful time right here in my gender.
The rain in the sky can't put out your fire. Above the stars out tonight, you shine bright as this. This is for all the girls, boys all over the world. Whatever you've been told, you're what more than gold. So hold your head up high. If you're time to shine, from the inside out it's home. You're what more than gold. You're good. You're what more than gold. You're good. So don't let anybody tell you that you're not wrong, and don't let anybody tell you that you're not enough. 'Cause there are days when we all feel like we're messed up, but the truth is that we're all diamonds in the rough. So don't be ashamed to wear your crown. You're a king, you're a queen inside and out. You glow like the moon, you shine like the stars. This is for you, wherever you are.
All right, my dear lovelies, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Remember, we're still right here on Glorious Twin Radio, and if you're yet to be online or join online, I would love for you to do so right now, because it's going to be an exciting time right here on my gender with Jemie. Remember, my name is Jemie Itabimi, and for all of you who cannot pronounce my name, I've already told you guys, pronounce it as Jemie, okay? Okay, so welcome once again to my gender with Jemie, and I hope that you're having a splendid Tuesday, and I hope that no one is getting on your nerves. So my dear lovelies, my dear ladies especially, this show is for you, and this show is to help you guys embrace growth, see that you can actually win in whatever thing that you do as a lady. Okay, now today we're going to be talking about balancing career, family, and self as a modern woman. Okay, if you're just hearing my voice for the very first time, I'm just gonna say that again. My name is Jemie Itabimi, and right here we're talking about my gender, and because I'm a lady, I'm going to be showing you guys informative content about us women, okay, and how we can actually grow and build ourselves. All right, stay tuned. Don't be ashamed to wear your crown, because you're a queen inside and out. Of course, we're going to be talking a little bit about the guys, but we're more about the women right here, okay? So, all my dear ladies, don't be ashamed to wear your crown, because you're a queen inside and out. And if anybody's telling you that you're not beautiful, just tell them to come off it, because you actually know who you are, and nobody can actually reduce that thing that you got, that fire you got burning right there inside of you. Today's topic is one that speaks deeply to every woman who wears multiple hats, okay? Balancing career, family, and self as a modern woman. All right, now how to pursue professional goals, nurture our loved ones, and even still take care of ourselves without burning out. We're going to be talking a little, what I say a little now, but we're going to be talking deeply into that. All right, now for the first segment, we're going to be talking about understanding the modern woman's reality. Alright, so today's woman is no longer defined by a single role. She may be a career professional, a business owner, a wife, a mother, a daughter, a leader and also a dreamer with personal ambitions, right? But balancing all these responsibilities often feel like juggling glass balls, and if one actually drops, it can actually scatter. And unlike in the past, women are now expected to contribute equally to the economy while still carrying the emotional and physical load of family care, right? And this thing actually really affects us as women a lot of times, because we're expected to actually even do much more than the women. Even at our workplaces, the things that a man does that feels normal, we as a woman, or you as a woman out there, you would need to do double of what that man is doing for you to be actually really recognized. And this is really a lot of load, upon many women out there. And let's just quickly dive into the career demands that people, the working or the job sector or the working sector actually really demands so much from women who are career minded, right? Women want to thrive in their professional lives. They want to break glasses, they want to break ceilings, and they want to even achieve financial independence. You see a lot of women out there saying that they want to actually be very independent, but it's not an easy task. I think there was one time I actually had a conversation with a lady. She's a single mother, and she was like, this independent life don't tire her. She cannot continue to do independent life again. She wants to eat it. She wants to be eating a man's money. She's a single mother. She's like, this independent life don't tire me. I'm tired to be doing independent woman. I don't want to be doing independent woman again. But yeah, this is basically what it is right here. Many women actually want to have financial independence, and it's really not bad. But careers actually demand time, it demands energy, and it really demands a lot of focus. If you're not someone who is very focused, having to be financially independent is going to take a lot from you, especially if you have to juggle between all of these things, between career, professionalism and whatnot. It's going to take a lot of focus for you to be able to attain financial independence. So if you're not someone who is very focused, you probably want to think twice about bringing your hand up and saying that I want to be financially independent, right? For me, I really do not like depending on somebody when it has to do with my finances, right? But of course money comes, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't work. But if you know that you cannot, the point is, if you know you cannot be able to juggle between all of these things, between career and whatnot, just make sure that you're able to just fix your gaze on a particular thing that will actually profit you better and make you be a better woman, okay? And there are a lot of things that many women don't even understand. Many women face workplace bias, longer hours, or the invisible pressure to prove themselves twice as much as men. And this is a lot of things that women actually go through, right? Add to that the guilt of not being at home enough. For the married women out there, you have to make sure that you're coming correct at your workplace, and you're also coming correct at home, making sure that you're taking care of the kids. And if you know that this thing is going to wear you out, sometimes you see a lot of women just actually break down because they're not able to balance all of these things put together. And for me, I feel like I was studying the scriptures today, and there was a part in Proverbs 11 that talks about balancing. If you're not balancing everything that you're trying to do very well, then there's no perfection in it. You have to first of all be able to balance whatever that you're doing. If you know that you're someone who can do numerous things, you can do a number of things, you're very, very versatile, you can do so many things at the same time, then see how to balance everything so that when they see you, they see perfection. So this is very, very important, right? And you can actually see why so many women feel stretched. This is the reason why they're not able to balance everything appropriately, right? But here's the truth: you cannot be everything to everyone at the same time. Career growth comes in phases. Knowing when to lean in. This lean in actually reminds me of my friend, right? So there was this comedy video that I was watching, and then this guy was talking about singles. He was like, he's actually a comedian. He talks about singles. You know, he was saying that he's the pastor, and all the singles they must marry this year. And anything that will not make singles marry this year, you know, like he's going to hold a deliverance service for them. So he was saying that you have to lean in, you know, as a girl, lean in. So when he said that, and I made a post, and my friend was like, everybody was just saying lean in. But I don't know why people are saying lean in anyways, but lean in. But anyways, knowing when to lean in and when to pause can actually save you from unnecessary stress. The key word is balance, not perfection. Like I said earlier, balance. It's very important to be able to balance everything that you do in this life as a woman. You should be able to understand this. If not, you claiming to actually have perfection or be perfect is going to really take a lot from you. All right. We're going to be diving into family responsibilities, but before then, we're going to go on a quick break. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with you.
What they said wasn't true. You're beautiful. Sticks and stones break your bones. I know what you're feeling. Those won't. You want
More music on trendybeats.com.
Well, welcome back, my dear lovelies. We're going to be delving into family responsibilities. Now, let's talk about family. Family is the heartbeat of most women's life, right? And whether it's a rising or a raising, or it's even it has anything to do with raising children, right? It's a lot. And even supporting your spouse or even caring for elderly parents, women are actually often the backbone of the home. Like it or not, women out there, women are actually the backbone of the house. You know, let me see. You know the problem I actually have with men. So this part where men are always feeling like, okay, they are, especially when they are like let me not even say that they don't even have to be the firstborn of the family, because once there's already a man in that house, right? The first guy in that house will always feel like he always had the mentality that I'm the man of the house, you know. And he's always, maybe, I don't know, I think it's the orientation that, you know, the fathers before him have actually given. And you begin to see, you know, the men acting like the responsibility that they claim to have has to do with you know, the part of, okay, what my role to play is just to bring money in, you know, just to provide, to when you need money, I'll provide money, I will work my ass off for you to, you know, get you money and all of that. And I'm like, really? You think that's what responsibility really is? Like, you see a woman right there, you know, she's just there trying to make sure that everything is put together, everything goes so well, everything is like, you know, well put together. But you as a man, you're like, no, it has to, when my own responsibility is that, oh, when anybody needs to pay school fees or anything, like, that's where I come in. Like, you're not even showing up in the lives of your children. You're not showing up, like, your children do not feel you. Like, see, me, I'm a girl, but my dad, even with the fact that my dad actually died when I was pretty much young. I was really, I was a kid, when my dad died. But I still, till now, I still feel the impact that my father actually made in my life. My father was always present. He was always present in my life, right? And every single time, I remember those times my father will always come around. When he goes to work, he comes back, the first thing that when he comes back, he wants to see his children. He wants to play with us. If he wants to know how our day went. He wants to know what happened to us. Did anybody get you offended? He will ask my younger ones, did your mama beat you? Did your mama do anything to you? Did she touch you? Everybody feels happy. That thing that when your dad comes in, you're scared. We were not scared. The only time we were scared is when we do something bad. That's the only time we feel like, hey Lord, Jesus, take my life. Because when Nama wants to beat you today, he will use that man can show you my mother. My mother can throw you mortar, pistol. She can throw that at you. You won't know when it's coming. It just comes from nowhere. But then, the funny thing about my dad is that when he actually, if he beats you, before my dad even beats me, right, back then, he would tell me 1,000 times that, Mama, your cup will soon be full. Your cup will soon be full. And then when I do something bad again, I'll be scared he's going to beat me. He'll be like, your cup will soon be full. But the day that I wouldn't even expect that he's going to beat me, that's when he's going to beat me. And the funny thing is that when he's beating me, he'll be like, I want you to cry. I want to see the tears in your eyes, And then when I'm done crying, he will still come to pet me. That's the funny thing. He'll still come to pet me. He'll be like, okay, what do you want me to get for you? Okay, what do you want? Do you want me to? Do you want anything? Okay, what do you want me to get for you? And then I'll, and I really do feel that. Most parents don't really see the importance of being very present in the lives of your children, especially when you just take your child to school. You just leave them. When they come back, you probably might not even ask them what they learned or how their day went or who even spoke to them. You don't even know if your girl child was sexually harassed in school. In these days where you see children come off it, there are a lot of times where you see little children getting sexually harassed. Children already know what how to use condom. They already know all of these things because their parents are not present to check up on them, to be very present in their life, and it's really bad. So I really feel that as a mother, I think you should be very present in your child's life. I remember my mother always used to do something when back then. When guys come to the house, because guys are always coming to my house, you see them trying to come to see Jemima. My mom would just ask you, who are you? And then next thing you're seeing, she's spending water on you. She will ask you, who are your parents? Where are you from? This and that. But I think as time just went by, she would just take him to my parlor, to the sitting room, and then she would just begin to interact with them, try to know who this person is, and then she would talk to me. She would tell me, my mother would not tell me that if you have sex, what is it called, you will, if you touch a man, as they say, if you touch a man, you're going to get married. She would not tell me that one though. She would tell me that, Jemima, see, the way this boy is buying you something like this, just so that if this boy asks you out and you not say yes to him, know that boy can have sex with you and he's going to do this to you. And if you do not agree, he will want to collect everything he has bought from you. For you, And me, I'll begin to think about it. I'll begin to oh, that's actually true. There was one day I was one of my friends who was really close to me, but he was asking me out, and then I saw he always used to buy me stuff. And my mom was I went out with my mom, and the guy came to meet me, and my mom was making her hair. And then I saw this very nice shirt I really like, and then I used to be a tomboy, so I really liked the shirt. I really loved it. And then I told this guy, I was like, yo, what's up? I like this shirt. And the boy was like, oh really? Come on now, you can take it. And then he was paying. My mom was looking at me with this side eye. And then she was like, Jemima, she just called me to the corner and said, just as this boy is buying you this shirt, he will ask you out very soon. And when he asks you out very soon, you better know if you should say yes to him or you should say no to him. Because if you say no to him, it's problem, And that's basically it. So I think you should be very, as a mother, be very present in the life of your children. Whether be, if it's whether your child is gay or your children, whether it's a girl or a boy, be very, very present in it. My brother can attest 100% that my mother was very present in his life. Like, even when my mom died, my brother was like, my brother is like, he used to be like a girl, because we're all girls. After my dad died, we're all like girl ladies in the house, and he was always like acting like a girl until he left the country, and then he came back and he started, because he mingled with guys more, but he started to act like a guy. But even with that, he was like, he loved, like my mom. He used to even claim that I'm mom's favorite child. I'm like, what's your problem, But the reason he's saying that is because he felt the presence of my mom. So I really urge you ladies out there to be present in the life. If you're married, be present in the life of your children. It's very, very important. Even you men too, be very present, especially men. Hey, Jesus is Lord. Men, if you think that responsibility is by just providing for your family, it's a lie. Your child, like I said, me now, how old do you think I am? I still feel like every single thing. There was a day that what's the word now? There was this day I went to school, and because then I used to be very timid, I don't talk. People used to take my calmness as pride. They used to take me as a very, very proud girl, because I was always to myself. I used to carry myself with so much grace, and that's how my parents taught me. And this very day, the same girls that will always come to me to ask me for stuff, we're now saying that it's okay, it's because you're so proud, you're just so proud, you form too much. That day I just went home, I was crying, I went to be my dad, and I'm like, Dad, you know what these girls told me? They told me that I formed too much, that I was so proud. And I was like, really? Is that why you're crying? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, they just told me that I always formed, I'm so proud. And then he was like, listen to me, the next time anybody tells you that you're proud or that you form too much, tell them that you know what you're proud of, that do they know what they're proud of. And since then, if anybody tells me that, yo, what's up, you should inform or you're too proud, I'll be like, come off it. I know what I'm proud of, at least I know how to carry myself with grace. I know how to speak well. Do you know how to speak well? You're telling me, if I tell you to speak good English now, can you speak good English, So I know it's not me like hitting them back, but I've actually gotten all of those things from my father, because he was always present in my life. So I really urge you men out there, to be fully present in your child's life. Even when you grow old and die someday, we'll live long, but one day when you leave this earth, your children, they will feel you, like they would know that they would be able to impact what you've impacted into them to their children. It's not like in this age right now. So my dear ladies, be present in the life of your children, okay? There are a lot of challenges that might actually come, definitely. Family demands, don't even have an off button, but please be present in the life of your children.
So hold your head up high, if your time shine, from the inside out it shows, you're worth more than gold. You're worth more than gold. When everybody keeps score, afraid you're gonna lose, just ignore. They don't know the real you. All the rain in the sky can't put out your fire. Above the stars out tonight, you shine brighter. This is for all the girls, boys all over the world. Whatever you've been told, you're worth more than gold. So hold your head up high, if your time shine, from the inside out it shows, you're worth more than gold.
Okay, welcome back, my dear lovelies. Welcome back. I hope that you are having a great time right here on my gender with Jemie. I just got a commending. Someone just commended me, and I'm like, man, it's already like, anyways. So let's dive into self-care and the Forgotten woman. Yes. Now here's where many women actually fall short, right? When it has to do with self-care. See, this one can never be overemphasized. Okay, in the process of balancing work and family, the woman actually herself is often left last on the list, and that right there is really bad, right? This is for all the career women, the women who are married, the women who are not married, the singles, single Pringles and whatnot. But listen, as much as you're trying to take care of your family, did I even mention earlier that even as you're trying to be present in the life of your children, if you're married, do not forget that even if you're not married, be present in the life of your siblings. Yeah, because, I know that they say that there's a friend that is closer than a brother. So you can actually have a friend outside, your family, your biological siblings, or you can have a sister outside there. But I do feel that, or I do believe that, as much as you can, make sure that the sister or the brother that God has given to you, you should be able to hold them tight. See, funny thing about this life is that people will offend you. People would step on your toes. You get it? Now, there's this nowadays I've come to understand that has really shaped my mentality in life and has really helped me, is that as you and your brother say, right, you stay in the same house, there's no way that your brother would not offend you. There's no way that your sister would not offend you. Even if, now, say I'm the firstborn of my parents. Of course, I'm the firstborn of my parents, but yeah. I can actually offend my younger ones. I can offend them. And it would not be wrong if my younger ones tell me that, what's up, sis? Yeah, I don't really like what you did the other day. So because your sister or because your brother told you that what you did or what he or she did, what they did was wrong, you begin to pick offense. You probably forgot that we came up from the same Google, but we're different we're different individuals. You get my point? Like, we're actually different persons. There's no way even your dad and your mom will offend you. But now, will you say that because your daddy offended you or because your mom offended you? This is taking me somewhere. You would now say that I disown you. I disown you as my father. I disown you as my mother. And then you now see people that are married because of the fact that because your husband offended you, talking to the ladies and the men now, because your husband or your wife offended you, you now say, I don't want to be with you anymore, we're getting a divorce. So I got to your dad, I don't want you to be my dad anymore. Then tell your brother that I cancel my brothership and brotherhood and sisterhood with you. It's funny because the thing is, if your brother can actually offend you and you can forgive your brother, it might not be immediately, right? Some people have spirits of anger that you need to treat. You need to treat that spirit of anger. I think that you should actually see how to actually, I'm saying this out of experience. There was the time my one of my younger ones actually offended me. I felt I was already saying that I want to disown her. My mother was like, Jemima, are you trying to hurt me? Are you trying to why are you trying to do this to me? Like, really? Like, that it's not easy for me to just look after you guys. I'm trying my possible best to put you all together, But the funny thing is, after my mom died, I had no other option but to make sure that even if these people they're offending me, I still have to make sure that we're all good together, because that's the number one thing. See, everybody can offend anybody in this life, but you know what the Bible says. I'm sorry I'm shipping this up. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry but not sorry. You see, the scripture actually says that if somebody offends you like 7 times, you have to forgive in a day. You have to forgive the person, 7 that same number of times. I don't know if you get this, but one of the things I've come to realize is that as you forgive somebody, it just helps you to stay peaceful with yourself. Do you know what it means to carry like somebody's matter on your mind? Like, what that thing you say, I swear, I just hate this boy. I just hate this girl. I'm not like, when somebody's just passing, like, I'm not just like that girl, I'm not just like that boy. See, my brother and sister, I'm talking to both gender right now, you're just giving yourself unnecessary high blood pressure. Because if somebody pass and your thought is that, I don't just like this boy, I don't just like this girl, you just be like that. No. You're thinking that you're doing that person, but you don't know you're doing yourself. You're actually doing yourself. So instead of you giving yourself unnecessary high blood pressure, I think that you should just rather forgive. Forgiveness is not a one-time thing. It actually is continuous. So you can always, when you see the person come to you again, forgive the person. When the person, when the person comes to you, the funny thing is that when the person comes to you, you remember what the person did to you that day. Forgive the person. See, the point is it's not for the sake of that person. No. It's for your own benefit. It will help you have no high blood pressure. It will help you to stay peaceful with yourself. You will just live a life of complete rest. You don't have time for people. I don't mean like this. My sister will be like, you're not even. I want you to be angry, and I'm like, I don't even have the energy to get angry. Nigeria is already giving me too much problem. I don't have the energy. Do you understand? So the point is, I need you guys to actually see that it's very, very important. If back to self-care for ladies. If you actually think that, working yourself out and everything, it would just show that, oh, you're actually, you're putting in your presence, should actually see you, they should see you well, see that you're very hardworking. It's yourself that you're actually doing. You're really doing yourself, because it's very good for you to actually take care of yourself, okay? And let's be honest, you cannot pour from an empty cup. There's no way you can do that. If you as a lady are empty, how do you want to actually be able to pour into your children or pour into your surrounding? So you can't really pour from an empty cup. And when a woman ignores her health, mental peace, or her personal growth, everything else suffers. And that's the honest truth. Self-care doesn't always mean spa days or even vacations. Sometimes it means saying no when you're overwhelmed, carving out 30 minutes daily for exercise or prayer, or even reading a book, or just taking time to breathe. Just breathe. One of the things that I always love to do is that in the evening, just take that evening walk. Just take that evening walk. We see that cool air. For someone like me, I wanted to say there's one of the places I don't like in Nigeria. If I see the place, they can come and carry me here, but no, I won't say it. That place they smell as in. I cannot take any evening walk in that state. I can't, but it depends on the place. But I love Ibadan. Ibadan is not as smelly as that place. You get my point. So the point is, you can here in Ibadan, if you're in Ibadan, you can actually take. If you're in a place that you can breathe very well, breathe. But if you're not in a place that you cannot breathe, Jesus is Lord. Oh Lord of heaven, I'm so sorry. If you're in a place that you can't breathe, what are you going to do? I don't know what you would do, but if you're in a place that you can breathe, like me now, I'm breathing very well. I'm breathing so well. So if you're in a place that you can actually breathe, please breathe. But if you're in a place that you cannot breathe, I think you should still breathe because you don't have a choice. So a modern woman who invests in herself, becomes stronger for her career and her family. And remember, self-care is not selfish; it is survival. Okay, I don't know how to explain this too much, but there's one of the things that I want to say. But I have said this thing one time, and I've actually seen some ladies. I don't know if I should say it right now, but don't worry, I'll say it some other time. But I think that a lot of women should actually prioritize self-care. It's very, very important. And you see the way you dress, it's very, very important. Some ladies actually just dress anyhow. I know that a man that will see you like you, like a man that likes you, but if you don't dress well, this is even for both gender. If you're a guy and you come to me and you're not well dressed, your face is not looking kept, you're not just looking, you're not taking care of it. It's very obvious that you're not taking care of yourself. I don't know, I just wouldn't enjoy having a conversation with you, not because what you're saying doesn't make sense, but because I feel like you're someone who doesn't prioritize. I probably as a nice person will tell you that, okay, I think you should look at doing this on your face or doing this. I could give you some remedy to whatever it is that I noticed in you, but I think that people should actually really prioritize taking care of themselves. It's very important. It doesn't mean that how do I even explain this now? If you see the funny thing is that if you see somebody looking at you some way and not enjoying your company, don't blame the person, blame yourself, because nobody should tell you that you should take care of yourself. You don't need someone to tell you to take care of yourself. I've actually seen some persons, you need to see their faces. It's only when I when I watch some videos, I noticed that some people, it's only when the thing has really dealt with them. When they have, if you check on people's face, you see pores gather on their face, and you see them, you now see them going for treatment, and then the things that they press out of those people's face, and sometimes I used to be like, is it when the thing gets so worse, like when the thing gets so terrible, that's when you think to go like for proper self-care or treatment? Really? I'm like, no, that's really not nice. You don't necessarily have to allow that thing to actually get so deep inside of you before you actually go for whatever treatment that you should go for. You don't necessarily even have to go for treatment. Just take care of yourself. If you're always taking care of yourself, it doesn't have to be every day, but you should. I'm so thankful to Pastor Enoch, if you don't know Pastor Enoch, Pastor Enoch, you should check him out, on social media. He said something one time, and then he was talking about self-care. I just remembered now. And then he was talking to the men. He said that, you see men, they always, after he spoke to ladies, he spoke to men. I'm like, what some men do? As when they want to go to, they always, it's funny because men can brag, like they have pride. So when ladies are dressing up, a lady takes time to maybe dress up or something, or takes time in the bathroom. You see a man saying that, hey, ladies always take time to bathe. They always take time to do their skin routine or something, and then they'll be like, damn, they don't take time in the bathroom, 2 minutes and they're done. And you think that you think it's something to be proud of. You are not taking care of yourself. You don't wash your body very well. You think you are in America, that they don't have sun, that their sun is not as scorching as Nigeria. Like, if once you come out like this, dust first of all blow you, like give you a dirty slap, like the dust that will give you one, like the slap that the dust will give to you. First of all, we even get you angry before maybe a taxi driver even gets you angry. They are now saying you not take your bath. When you're in the bathroom, wash your body very well. Like, you see those inner parts, like, wash them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not going to take anything from you. If you know that you're going to be running late, then you wake up ready to do all of those things. That's the honest truth. So I think you should always look into prioritizing your self-care. It's very important, okay? And then the fifth segment is practical strategies for balance. Okay, this is what I'm going to be sharing now. The first one here is prioritize. Prioritize, like I said earlier, know what matters most each season of your life. Sometimes career actually takes front seat, sometimes family, sometimes even yourself. Okay, so prioritize. Like I always say, prioritize. Know the people that you keep around you. Know them. In fact, at least as a lady at this stage, or at whatever stage in your life, you should be able to know the kind of people that you surround yourself with. I was listening to something today, to a video today, and the guy was saying that it's not about just keeping friends. It's about keeping people that they can impact your life, and you can be able to impact them. You can grow and build life together. It's not about just keeping friends. If you look at the line of your friends around you, check them very well. As a lady, check your friends, check the line of your friends. Are these people, are these persons the kind of set of friends that you think that if you call now, and say you want to, let's do something big, let's get ideas to do something, let's innovate something. Do you think that this person, will be able to help you, go like that? So it's not just about having friends or having bestie or whatnot, but just make sure that the people that you keep around you are people that can help you grow as well. All right. And then the second thing is time management. You can always use schedules, planners. You can even have digital reminders to structure your day. Like for me, I really know, before the week begins, I know how my week is going to go. If there are going to be changes in the week, I know that, okay, on Tuesday I probably will be sleeping all through, or on Wednesday I probably will be here, I'm going to be out all day, So I think you should actually structure your day so that as the day comes, you're not panicking, you're not trying to be in so much of a rush. You just have a timer, you have a reminder, you have something to remind you. Like for me, when I'm having something to do, for example, if I know that I have to quickly clock at something, I set a reminder so that I get to prepare ahead of that thing. And even if I'm going to be running late for that thing, I still have my alarm set so that when the time hits, the alarm just rings, and then I get to do what I need to do at that particular time. So I think it's very important to actually use your schedules, use your planners, use your digital reminders. Thank God that we have phones now where we are people are mobile right now, so it's very important. Okay, and then the third thing is delegation. Share home responsibilities. Ask for help, ladies. Ask for help. Involve your spouse, your children, or even external support when possible. Always ask for help. Don't be like that person that's always saying that I don't need you. See, it's funny because I used to actually be like I can do a lot of things. I could literally do like a number of things by myself before. Like I feel like I don't need anybody's help when I'm doing stuff. That's how I used to be. But I think a point came in my life where I realized that I was just overworking myself. And when I could do something perfectly, it's not if I was not doing them perfectly, right? I could, like, for example, in my church, I could be drumming right now. When it's time for praise, I don't mind going to drum. When it's time to share stuff, like, welfare, I don't mind doing that. When it's time to do this, I'm literally all around. But I realized that it's important for you to actually delegate responsibilities sometimes. It saves you stress. It saves you, burnouts. You don't break out so easily. You don't at the point you just begin to find yourself that you're overthinking. You're just overdoing, and you wouldn't find the kind of results to say that you really, really want. People see you as an all-rounder, but you're not really hitting what you should hit. So it's important for you to actually delegate responsibilities sometimes and ask for help. Don't be like the person that says, I don't need you in my life, I don't need anybody to help me. Stop kidding yourself. We need each other in this world, okay? And the fourth is set boundaries. Jesus Christ, this is literally one of my favorite things in life. Set boundaries. See, don't take on more than you can take. Don't take more than you can take. Learn to say no without guilt. For me, if people come to my life, for example, I think I've said this before. I always say this, and I will keep saying this. I don't know if not to eternity. Know the number of times that you speak to people. Know the people that you put in your life. With the number of people that are in my life, that people come to me and I want to be friends with you, Jemima. As much as you're saying I want to be friends with you, let me even give you this. So there was one time on social, there's this girl on Facebook. I don't know if she's listening to me right now, and she came to me and said she wants to be my friend. And then see me, because of the kind of person I am, I was free. It's not like I didn't know her from Adam. But I thought, okay, let me no problem. We can be friends, no problem. She was like, okay, can I get your contact? We got talking on Facebook. When I come online, I'm hardly chatting on Facebook. But when I come online to chat or to make posts and I see messages, I see a lot of messages, I just try to respond to some, And then I saw her message and I responded. And then she was like, she wants to get my number so that we can talk. And I said, no problem. And then we got talking on WhatsApp. And then this lady, next minute, almost every day like this, she would chat me and say, is it that her baby is sick and she needs money? Is it that something happens? Anything that she's doing. Funny thing is that I see her posting on her status, she sells stuff. And then almost every time she goes to my DM, is that she's asking me for money, or she's needing one help or the other, or one urgent, money or the other. And I'm like, is it because you see what I post on social media? You're thinking I'm Dangote's daughter or something. Lord of heaven. So I just realized that it's because of what she sees on social media. She sees, what I post. She sees my kind of stuff that I do. And then she's like, oh, maybe this girl will be, a friend that she can really, leech on. I can just leech on this person so much. And for me, I'm like, nah, that's not what friendship is all about. You came to me and say you want to be my friend. See, funny enough is that there is no way that you will be my friend and you will ask me for something, and even if I don't have, I would look for any which way to be able to see how to support you. So if you come to me, if it's money, if it's whatever, there's no way I wouldn't try to want to support you. But the point is, you not trying to think that you can actually reach on me is where you've only got it wrong. I don't even know. You get it? I'm not a fool. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like people out there should be able to set boundaries. It's very important. Know the kind of people that you put in your life. If this person that you keep in your life is not, you both are not, you're not, what's the word? You're not compatible. You don't see how this person is benefiting you, and you're not also benefiting the other person. It's not, the thing is not, it's you don't see the thing working good. Both of you they're not impacting anything good, beneficial that will make you grow. That's the point, to make you both grow. Then I don't see why you should be taking so much time to have conversations. For me, there are people that I cannot talk to for more than 5 minutes, and I keep saying it. I can't talk to some persons in my life for over 5 minutes. I can't even talk to some persons in my life for over an hour. And it's not because of pride. It's not because I'm forming. No, it's because I know how to set boundaries. I know the kind of people that I can talk to for that number of time, and it has really helped me. Since I knew that, it has really helped me, and it has been of so much benefit in my life. And then the fifth one is stay flexible. Stay very flexible. Balance is not static, it shifts. Okay, and what works last year may not work this year, might not even work today. So you should be able to see how to be flexible. Stay flexible at every time. Know how to interchange. Okay, like I said, whatever may have worked the previous year or the previous day may not work another day. And then the sixth one is celebrate small wins. All right, celebrate small wins. And as we wrap up right now on tonight's conversation on balancing career, family, and self as a modern woman, remember this: balance is not about being perfect, right? It's about being intentional. Like I always and will always say, make sure that you live a life of intentionality. It is very important to you, especially as a woman. If if men do not already understand this, I think that women should, because you see, women a lot of times you see men coming to you and trying to feel like they can actually use you. But if you stay intentional about your life, you build a life of intentionality. It helps you to know how to set all of these things, how to set the boundaries, how to stay flexible, and how to be able to even measure your wins. Do you understand? So it's very important. As a modern woman, is strong, but strength doesn't mean doing it all. No, it doesn't mean doing that. Okay, strength means knowing your limits. It embraces support, right, and honoring yourself while caring for others. All right. So to every woman listening out there right now, you are doing better than you think. Okay, so keep striving for balance, and remember that you matter too. All right, my dear lovelies, thank you so much for joining me on my gender right here with Jemie. I hope tonight's discussion was inspired to you, and I hope that you reflect, you adjust, okay, and move forward with grace. I'll see you again next Tuesday, same time, same space, right here on Glorious Twin Radio. Make sure to always stay tuned and catch exciting trails. Do have a lovely evening ahead. Love you. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to experience a radio station like no other? Then tune in to Glorious Twins Radio.